All right. Ah, music. Wait, maybe I should put music on this. How do I do this? Maybe I should. Maybe I should put it on this computer. Right. That way it doesn't show up on the VOD. I think that's what I'll do. I think maybe, yeah, if I do Spotify, do I spell If I do Brave browser audio, all right, bing bong. I'll just do desktop audio. Do it this way, I think. I'll do it this way. Properties. Do that. That. And so then, like, I don't know how loud this is going to be. Just double check this. Do I want it on the VOD? What is my Twitch VOD? Am I doing that? Yo, what's up, Smelly? Yeah, we are so back. I'm just experimenting with something. Wait, do I have? Fuck, I don't know which audio track do I have as Twitch VOD? Which audio track? Desktop audio. I'll worry about that for next stream. Fuck it. I was gonna, okay, so you know how sometimes I play music on this computer? I wonder if I should do it on this computer. So I can, like, because sometimes it saves different tracks to the VOD, I can set that up. So if I want to avoid copyright, or if I want to put music in, if I ever edit something, I can add my own, whatever, not important. Now, what's up, Hippocratic? What's going on? Yeah, all the bots assemble, everybody assemble. Like the Avengers, but, you know, not. Nothing like the Avengers, really. Come on, give me some, let's get some. What is this? Let's get some music. I think Skyrim is a little too moody. We need some, like, hang on. Bro, what's going on with my recommendeds right now, dude? They're all over the fucking place. Let's try something new. Are we fucking with this? I don't know if we're fucking with this yet. Do not redeem! Do not redeem! What's up, Augustus? Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is good enough. I just see something in the background, you know? Something in the background. What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Let me get my, Coca-Cola. Not sponsored, by the way, but if they want to sponsor me, I will gladly take that sponsorship. Coca-Cola, the beverage of America. You guys like soda? You guys like pop? You guys like soda pop? Where's my bottle opener? Okay, wait, hang on. The fuck did I put my bottle opener? Here it is. Here it is. It's hiding underneath. Okay. Huh. Price is averted. Anyway. Yeah, here come the kick bots. Here come the actual bots. Why do I stream on this fucking dog shit fucking platform? Alright. Anyway. How's it going, everyone? Root beer till you die? Yeah, root beer is good too. I loved root beer as a kid. But you know what, man? I don't know. Just the Mexican Coke, it's like, it's just on another level. It's just on another level. But anyway, many of you may have seen this, many of you may have not, depending on how tapped in you guys are to like a lot of these like right-wing influencers. But it was recently exposed, I think, yeah, as of a few days ago. When would this actually come out? But anyway, a number of like accounts had taken this sponsorship. I'll just read this post. After doubling down on covertly promoting sports gambling to their audience and conflating political prediction market posts with explicit gambling ads, the @biggers.com, which is now suspended, account was suspended today for violating X policies, with many calling for the influencers themselves to be punished. The account was supposedly based in Costa Rica, ran from France, and operated on the Serbian App Store, with other influencers tracing the gambling account to Pakistan. Okay, so first of all, not America. That's number one. That's the takeaway from that. Does this sound like a legitimate business operation? The account was supposedly based in Costa Rica, but it was ran from France and operated on the Serbian App Store, and with apparently it can be traced back to Pakistan. It's like time out for a second. Does this sound like a legitimate operation to anybody? Something that maybe like if you were approached by these people maybe, and you did a little bit of digging, and maybe this should raise a few red flags. Influencers such as Jake Shields, Antoon, Stu Peters, Jack Wallace, and there were other, unfortunately, Morgan Ariel, Sam Parker, Earl Davis, disappointingly, all took sponsorships, and there's you can see the posts. Here's a compilation of many of them taking the sponsorship money. Elijah Schaefer, how could I forget? Was that mentioned here? Anyway. They called their fans ungrateful, stupid, attacked others who criticized them, made false equivalencies, comparing political prediction markets to gambling, and were exposed as part of a broader... I'm not really fucking with this soundtrack, I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna go back to... We'll go back to this one. It's like, okay. Like, I'm not demanding, like, the best music. Alright, sorry. Just something in the background that's not gonna get me taken down for copyright. And were exposed as part of a broader problem with right-wing media influencers taking money, as little as $200 per post. Peanuts, to promote potentially illicit gambling to their audience explicitly. Many claim they were thankless heroes, peddling low-effort disinformation to their fans and jeopardizing potential sources of income, thus justifying their lying to their followers. A few accounts said their supporters deserved any consequence of these promotions if they were so stupid to trust their paid content. The accounts often promote false or unproven conspiracies, engage in engagement bait, and face lawsuits for malicious reporting about public figures. Kind of like, well, we'll get to that in a second. Lost respect for Jake Shields. Never drank coffee until you came to Costa Rica. Really? I drink coffee every single day. This is immensely disappointing, but ultimately it's a good thing. It's like there should be no room for people like this in the movement. Like these people that are like willingly pushing gambling, especially from shady sites. That's a whole nother aspect to it. On their impressionable audience, it's like, what do you think we're trying to do here? It's like, what do you think we're fighting against? Don't you think this like degeneracy that we've been railing against, that's the problem? So like, let me get this straight. You're just going to engage in the exact same behavior of the people that we are trying to take our country back from, and you don't see the problem in that because it's like based or whatever. So the point is, these people are grifters. They're not principled. And it's very disappointing. Some of these people, I'm not surprised. Some of them I'm disappointed to see, to be honest. People that I expected better. But regardless, this is a good development. It's like, you know, it reminds me of like who's real. It shows us who's real and who isn't. And it's not the first time stuff like this has happened. You know, except it's like a little different. People crashed, like rewind like 4 or 5 years ago, like after January 6th, when things got tough. And like over that period of time from like 2021 to like 2022, 2020, even 2023, you saw a lot of people like crash out and flip sides, like particularly after January 6th. And like a lot of like the Cozy crew were part of that. Remember that? Remember Jada McNeil? Remember Ethan Ralph, Baked Alaska, Bookcat? Bookcat was surprising. To name a few, Big Tech. The moment that they thought that it was more beneficial to them to crash out and betray the movement, to betray, especially not just the movement, but Nick, somebody who had personally been very good to most, you know, all of these people, they took that opportunity. The moment things got tough and they thought that it was more beneficial to betray the movement, they did that. This is a similar kind of story. Now that everything is blowing up into the mainstream, these ideas are becoming mainstream, and that they're actually, you know, they're becoming popular. Now things are like, instead of things being bad, they're actually good, and people are selling out once again now that there's opportunity. And so it's you know, it's like, it's just, it has to be like a permanent revolution of sorts. Out with the old, in with the new. People sell out, people show their true colors. Okay, you're gone. You are gone. It's kind of Stalinist in that regard. But that's kind of what this needs to be. It needs to be constantly evolving. You know, you don't get points because you were based 5 years ago. If you sell out your fucking audience, people that, and that's the, like, maybe the worst part is how treacherous it is. And Trump did the exact same thing. Like Stu Peters, for example, he launched a shitcoin. And now, of course, what's his name? Joker Waffen. Who's that guy? What's his, I forget his name. But he's doing the same thing. He just launched a shitcoin. It's like, dude, the whole point of these coins is to rip off the people who are your biggest supporters and believers. That's what they're there for. Like, when have we not seen a tremendous rug pull on any of these shit coins? Whether it's Trump coin, whether it's fucking Jew proof. As a side note, if you invest in a coin called Jew proof, like, what the fuck did you expect would happen? If you, and I remember Lucas Gage crashed out on Stu because, you know, he knew Stu personally. It's like one thing if you're like a personal friend to somebody, but seriously, like, who? Yeah, I'm an investor in Jew proof. Like, do I have to explain, like, why? Just basic litmus test. Do you think that reflects well on you? That you're putting money into a coin called Jew proof? It's funny. It's actually like that clip that of like Nick complaining about that super chatter from last night or a few nights ago. Larry Silverstein is like a devil like cunt or something. It's like, just take 2 seconds and like try to like take the 1,000-foot view of like what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're about, and just like basic litmus test. Is this a good look? Is this like, or is this just like embarrassing? But anyway, point is, like, it's like, look, gambling, pushing gambling, especially from a shady site, it's just not what we're about, man. We're fighting against the degeneracy of like the Dave Portnoys of the world that push this gambling onto people, knowing that the house makes their money when people lose theirs. And to just put like oh, if you lose money, if you go into debt gambling, that's your fault. It's like, okay, so like, does that make it acceptable? Why would you like somebody fucks up their life, you don't care about them. So then what is your criticism of like these opportunists, these like Jews that push like pornography and gambling on us, ruining people's life? Is it, I guess it's just all of our fault. You can't really hold them accountable. So these people are doing literally the exact same thing they accuse like these Jews of doing. Do they not see the problem, the error in their ways? And if they don't, then I have no respect for them. We demand better. We fucking demand better. And so you like, like my appeal to people who maybe like these people, because I like Sam Parker at one point, you know, Jake Shields. These are people that I thought were overall, you know, even Stu Peters, I thought were overall like positives for the movement. But look, you don't ultimately owe these people shit. And now that like the true colors come out, it's like, yeah, you know, I think it's better if these people fade into obscurity. Stu Peters in particular, it's just like one controversy after another. Like, sorry, but like, especially now that everyone's waking up to this stuff, we don't need these people anymore. You understand? They've served their purpose. They are no longer useful, and they should be cast aside because they're not really loyal. They're not loyal to the movement. And thusly, really, the crux of that is that they're not loyal to their people. That's the ultimate criticism we have of somebody like Trump. He's not loyal to us. So why would we platform people who are also not loyal to us, who are fucking us over to make money? $200 fucking dollars for a tweet to push like gambling from a shady third world site. Just put two and two together. So, and I guess it's like, in that sense, I have more respect for somebody that like doesn't pretend to be something else. I have, in that sense, more respect for somebody like Aiden Ross that has done the gambling sponsorships and shit than for somebody like these people who pretend to be against all of that. They pretend to be the arbiters of morality, yet they engage in the very things they rail against. So I'm just like, look, we don't need these people anymore. And it's the same thing with like MTG. She could have been useful, you know, despite all of her missteps and duplicitousness in the past. I still saw the utility in what we could get out of her. But if she's gonna bow out because things get tough, it's like, fucking good riddance. You are scum. Be gone. That's less oxygen these people are taking out of the room that could go to people more worthy. That's the way I look at it. So, anyway, let me catch up here. Jake Shields double down, sad. Many people are saying it is sad. It is sad because these people are not principled. And so I like, it's at the point where I don't care if you're like if you're JQing or not, if you're not a moral person. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Like, you think that the problem, like, you know, the problem people have with Jews is that they're Jewish? No, actually. No, that's like, it's behavioral. Yeah, it's shady, but gambling is everywhere. It's not going to make me stop listening to Jake Shields. Look, you want to gamble, like, that's your own prerogative. Look, I've gambled in the past. But it's like, you're taking these sponsorships from these shady places, and then you're going to attack your own, like, audience for, like, having a problem with that. At least own it. I actually don't think we need more gambling, but that's beside the point. It's just like such like a sleazy and cheap way to make money. Like, it's to me not honest. And I don't think you get points because like everyone's doing it. Like, yeah, everyone's a degenerate too. Does that make it good? Like, not to take it there, but it's like, what are you gonna tell God? What are you gonna tell God if like, but everyone else was doing it? He's gonna be like, okay, yeah, but look, that's not the point. Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed because everyone else was doing it. Not to take it there, but we need to stay grounded. We need to stay moral. Otherwise, this is all for nothing. So, yo, what's up, Louise? Where have I been? I've been around, not live as much as I should be, but you know, you get a little busy here and there. I'm doing stuff, and you know, then I get addicted to Tarkov, and let's just close this. Let's just close that. And Arc Raiders. And I'm just hanging out with friends and stuff, and you know, it's the holidays. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you know, come on. He was in prison. Yeah, I was in prison the whole time. Did they have Days Gone here? Every night we're playing. It's now the official anthem. Was it Jew-proof though? I guess it was. Who knew that the Jews, that we were the Jews the whole time? Who would have thought? The Jews, the real Jews, are the friends you make along the way. You saying I should launch Melocoin at midnight? Damn. Yeah, all these influencers are just total scum. They're just total scam artists and shit. Except for me. You can trust me. I'm not like those other influencers. The Twitter update. Yeah, what's up, SSB? The Twitter update. Yeah, a lot to catch up on, actually. Kind of funny. I will be honest, though. I don't know how much of the Twitter stuff. I mean, I'm sure you could dupe that stuff with the VPN if you make your account with the VPN. But I think a lot of people, obviously, they made their accounts without VPNs, and it's exposed a lot of people. Kind of funny, even some groypers. But like, regardless, somebody tallied up they crunched the numbers, and like 90% of groypers are from America. So, but it's not a secret we've got love from people around the world, because it's like it really is a movement it is America first, but the essence of it is something that's bigger than America. There's an appeal that is broader than just Americans. You know, a French person could say, hey, you know what, Nick is right, let's apply some of that same logic and principles to France. You know what I mean? It's the ideas that are so infectious. Yeah, Lotion engine. Ayo. I mean, one of the reasons the left lost in 1930s Europe was because of the sheer deviance and lack of unity between the different ideologies. So if anything, I'd say that the right united under Trump is better than not putting him in a pedestal. Well, now everyone's uniting under Nick. But that just goes to show, like, you know, these great movements in history they're led by leaders, by great men of history. When we think of like the American Revolution, what do we think of? We think of the founding fathers, and in particular, we think of George Washington. You know, you think of the Soviet Union, their rise to power. Who was the thrust of that? It was Joseph Stalin. You could say the same thing about Nazi Germany. You could say. But point is, I won't belabor the point. It is so much of it about these movements is you need that cult of personality, the visionary genius leader that is the face, and that's kind of how humans operate. We don't follow ideas per se. We don't even necessarily follow rules or books or anything like that. We follow people, and I think that's because in many ways people are the personification of those ideas. And I think that's why God came down incarnate as Jesus Christ, to live an example. Not to compare anybody to Jesus, but I think that is the psychology of human beings. We follow people. And so that also indicates it really does matter who that person is. And somebody like Trump just being like a total dud means it sucks up all the energy of what could have been. If Trump was everything we wanted him to be, I mean, just imagine. But instead, it's 10 years later and we're worse off. It's like a big pressure release valve, and people think we did stuff in that time, but we really didn't accomplish anything. The country's worse off now than it was 10 years ago. So, other than the silver lining of everybody getting red pilled. And to G be like, oh, you want me to die for my country? Yeah, like that's kind of the point. Like, okay, so why are you going into office? And that just goes to show most people are just, I know this is like kind of tired rhetoric, but it's 100% true. Most people are not serious. They do not understand the gravity of the situation and what they're engaging in, especially women. It's like people think this is just internet blood sports. People think they can just show up say all the fucking talking points like it's a big pep rally, and then win the day and ride off into the sunset and make a lot of money. It's like, that's not how this shit works at all, actually. It's like, we're fighting for the heart of the global empire. Yeah, we've killed people. Like, people have killed other people for far less. You're vying for a seat at the table. In the heart of power, in the center of power, in the world's most powerful empire that's ever existed. And you think like, maybe people would have a problem with you like wanting to dethrone them. Get fucking real. You have to be willing to die for this shit. Like I said, man, people have died for less. Like, think of the founding fathers, what they sacrificed. So, it's just like, in this day and age, man, people have been so, they're like so disconnected from like how the world works. It's like you crack open a history book as an example, and you have to understand most of human history has been like 100 times more savage than the era we are living in now, and we're watching us regress back towards savagery. But it's like, it would be like a footnote in like a history textbook, you know, a change in Chinese dynasty. Oh, and by the way, about like 5 million people died. A new dynasty came to power, and 7 gorillion people died as well. What? And that's just like kind of how things worked throughout most of human history. It was far more brutal and savage and bloody. And here now we get to benefit from civility, but people forget that that's kind of how things actually work. So this gambling stuff runs deep. All these sports leagues are in bed with the gambling companies. Big stuff is coming down the pipe after the recent arrests. Interesting. I haven't looked deeper than just this expose. A lot of it's just money laundering. Like, let's be real. A lot of it is just money laundering from like foreign criminal syndicates, laundering money through casinos. It's like, look, they make TV shows about this stuff. Why am I, wait, I just noticed I had an ad in fucking Spanish, dude. These fucking kickbots. And the thing is that, at least with the right, the leaders truly resonate with the audience they cater to. Meanwhile, the left is full of nobodies that fill the roles of silent workhorses to their agenda. So in a way, the contemporaneous right is populist and the left is oligarchical. Which to me is just dumb. By the way, Emotion Engine, yeah, we will listen to Emotion Engine. Yeah, look, when we don't know if there will be some kind of leader that emerges from the left, but part of the problem is that much of the left is defined, I think. And you could criticize the right similarly. Let's start with the right, actually. Much of what the right wing, at least what it was, the Con Inc., the establishment, was defined by a negative, by what they're not. We are not like the left. We oppose all of this stuff. We oppose abortion. We oppose socialism, but they never gave you a positive. They never give you a positive vision, a positive platform. It's always, they tried to define it by what it's not because it was a red herring. You know, they wanted to steer away from identity politics, and they tried to do that, you know, tactically by just pushing the negative, what we're not. The left, in a similar vein, or would previously kind of, yeah, you would hear like rhetoric like we're pro-democracy, we're pro-inclusion, multiculturalism. But they, you know, they distinctly said that they are like anti-fascist. But when you investigate those claims of being multiculturalism, you realize that's kind of a nothingness. What really unifies all of these different factions in the left wing, other than like the fact that they like oppose right-wing identitarianism, that they oppose like white identity, that they oppose Trump, they're anti-Trump. And so it is in a similar vein, it's more veiled. In many cases, they are also kind of pushing this idea that what represents them is this negative, that they are not fascist. They're a place for everybody. A place for everybody is really a place for nobody. So it's not logically consistent. They might say stuff like democracy and liberalism, but I think a lot of people don't really believe in that in the left. I think a lot of that's just rhetoric and talking points used in opposition to what they think Trump represented. And so if there is any kind of like, if there could be a coherent message that comes out of the left, which I don't know if we'll see, I don't know. I just think it'll be far less compelling. Because how are you going to unify people from all of these different backgrounds, beliefs, under one banner? Like, what do people care more about? Their blood, their families, their heritage, or like some like civic nationalist identity? I think the answer is obvious. Problem of epistemology: being reactionary and being right-wing are not the same, albeit today most of their ideas overlap, and that's mainly because politics has become emotional war against people, like an engine of emotion. Nelson Rodriguez, a Brazilian politician, once said that nowadays we don't fight ideas, we fight people because that's easier to address. It's always about people, though. It's always going to be about people. That's what politics is. It's about people. Frankly, I think the ideas are not as important per se as the people, because the people are the ones that have to execute on the ideas. You fight ideas with false flags. Like, don't get me wrong, ideas are important, but again, it's like they are nothing without the personnel to back them up. Ideas are not, you know, you'll find yourself on the receiving end of a rifle, but I had all the right ideas. It's like, okay, yeah, but you actually need to have the personnel to execute on those ideas. About who? It's about who has the ideas, who wields the power, and how they wield it. So, ultimately, we could talk about the ideas all we want, but if we're not in a position to execute on them, it doesn't matter. Well, I'd say we should just retrieve ourselves into our own lives and let them fight themselves to exhaustion. Who's they? Fighting themselves to exhaustion? What, the left? I don't know what that means exactly. Yeah, I'm just not sure what that means. Who's they in this context? But yeah, no, I mean, like, we're seeing left-wing reactionaries. Look at the reaction that people are having to Trump's provocations. So yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, reactionary doesn't mean right-wing, and that's why I'm not truly an accelerationist. I recognize that for things to change, they probably have to get worse, and because they have gotten worse and things are changing. But I don't cheer on like a collapse. Like, some people think like, oh, we need a collapse in order to, like, we need things to fall up. We need a civil war. It's like, dude, you don't know how, like, where the chips are gonna fall. There are left-wing groups out there that are gaining traction. There's this violent sentiment coming out of the left wing. You know, we're not the only players that would show up. We're not the only faction vying for political power, so to speak. And what even is our faction? You know, is our faction comprised of all these fucking grifters and you know, people like MTG, people like Tucker, people like Candace? I'd say I want nothing to do with those people. So what even is us? That's the first question you have to answer, is what is us? Who is us? Who is they? So anyway. Anyway, that's the whole right-wing grifter controversy I wanted to talk about. I think that about sums it up. Oh yeah, look at all this, man. Dude. I do get tired. Like, you know what I hate? And we're seeing a lot of it. I hate the patronizing. I've talked about this before. I hate it when people like fucking Megyn Kelly or Lila Rose, any of these other like feminist bitches, not even just women, but like grifters, that are racking their brains. Why is Nick Fuentes popular? We feel sorry for all these disaffected young white men, and we need to find a way to message to them just to not radicalize them. So it's like, okay, so let me get this straight. You don't actually care about young white men. You don't care. You've done nothing for them. Now you're patronizing them. Aw, sorry little guy, but you can't become a Nazi. It's like, shut the fuck up. These people have done nothing but berate us, make our lives worse. And now you're gonna try to appeal? I don't think so. It's obvious why Nick is right. It's not because he's pandering like these people pander, it's because he's right. It's obvious why people are coming to these unacceptable beliefs because they're true. You ever think about that? But they never address that. It's always something else. It's an ulterior motive. They're accusing, these grifters are accusing this movement of being one big fake grift. Oh, that's funny coming from Megyn Kelly. Oh, that's funny coming from Ben Shapiro. So as far as I'm concerned, these people have no credibility. As if they had credibility to begin with, but... Going back to casino topic, is Las Vegas finished? It's empty right now. I don't know. I not tapped into that. Do you know what I hate? Is a question with a clear answer. Sheesh. So I am just like, dude, I am... What is this? Hang on a second. What is this? So Timothy Gordon, bro, this is the most brutal feminist retcon I've ever seen. I guess you have to wear turtlenecks under leather jackets to understand how it's all good. Can conservative girl bosses stop humiliating their husbands in public? Mercy sakes, this was painful to watch. I added my own commentary to what Lila Rose said. I think it's spot on, but I'm sure that the ladies of both sexes will let me know that I've missed the mark. Okay.
Right, I don't know who this person is. Was there chemistry right away?
So curious about this actually.
Or was it more like a slow burn? Was it a Jim and Pam situation?
Dude, Franco TV. I was listening to Beardson a while ago, like Beardson and Wurzel. Apparently this guy was like soying out at, what was it, AFPAC 4? Or maybe it was one of the Fuentes rallies. Just, oh, it's Wurzel, Rude, and Beardson.
Situation from The Office?
So I think when I first met him, I definitely thought he was cute. You know, he's handsome. You know, he's objectively handsome, but it wasn't like butterflies, stars to star, you know, lightning flashing.
You know what that's like, though. You had experience.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. And so I think there is it ended up, and for him, you know, I think he was very like excited, you know, thankfully, and asked me out, but I wasn't going into like, I just met the man I'm going to marry, you know, but I was definitely interested in him and, you know, excited that he wanted to take me out. I was like, oh, but I think that, you know, I guess the lesson, maybe the takeaway for my little story is that the sudden sparks, I think some people, especially depending on your personality, like everything's an adventure. That's kind of the way I am. You're open to everything. Everything's exciting. Like everything's a spark. Like everything's like a connection and an opportunity. But then, so you're looking for something super intense when you meet your future spouse. Like, oh, it needs to be like the lightning just flash, right? But it's not. It's something soft and quiet. It's like the gentle whisper of the Holy Spirit. It's like, oh. But then we didn't get engaged for another year. So it wasn't like we jumped into engagement. There were a lot of things going on in his life and in my life that were, you know, things to sort through.
Take down Planned Parenthood and stuff.
I mean, I think because I had dated a lot of other guys, I had more of a sense of what mattered and what didn't.
Oof.
So if you had asked me that.
Oof. I just took damage. Dude, I'm like a Minecraft mob. I'm like, I just took damage in real time. Dated a lot of other guys, huh? Yikes. Yikes. Imagine you're her husband, and here she is admitting she wasn't into you at all. And she's thinking about Shad. She's thinking about, you know, all the other guys she's been with. She's dated. That's rough, man. That's brutal. Well. Funnily enough, Nelson Rodriguez also said it's obvious, the obvious is only for the intelligent. The funny thing is, man, I find that very smart people and people that are below average oftentimes, not always, they get along better than people in the middle, than the midwits. Because, like, think about it. People that are low IQ, all they can really recognize are like the most obvious conclusions, the most obvious pattern recognition. You know, men are stronger than women. Obvious observation. Crime statistics, whatever, we can go into it. And then you get to the midwit category. You get over to like 100 IQ, all the way up through like, I would say like anywhere from like 99 or like 95 IQ to like 115, 120 IQ. That's like midwit territory. Now all of a sudden they learn about exceptions. about outliers. Now they're able to like actually, they're able to, I don't want to say understand, but they're more perceptive. They see all the information, all of this noise now that they're being bombarded with. And now they see, well, wait a second, there are exceptions to the rules. But what about this case where this woman is stronger than the man? You know, you take like a UFC woman, compare it with like some, you know, the bottom 1% of men. She's probably going to be stronger than him. And they're like, but that doesn't follow the rule. That doesn't follow the stereotype. Then you get to like I don't know where the line is, 125, 120, 130 IQ, people who are gifted. And they're now able to parse through all the information. And they're able to discern what's important and what isn't important. Yeah, there are outliers, but that outliers just prove the rule. The fact that they are outliers just proves the rule. It proves the distribution, the mean, the regression to the mean. And so once again, they're able to now, they address all the information and they're able to sift through it and determine what's actually true and important. Midwits struggle with that. And so that's why sometimes the really smart people get along with people that are kind of dumb. Sometimes. Because if you talk to a midwit, it's sometimes it's more frustrating. It's sometimes more frustrating because you'll say something like the average height of a woman is, what is it, like 5'4", and they're like, but I'm 5'6". I mean, that's a woman thing. But a lot of guys are like that too. You know? And it is what it is. I'm tired of these podcasts, garbage podcasts. Yeah, me too, man. I almost don't even... I am tired of it. It has become passe to just dunk on whores. But like I said, it is our duty. It is our duty to do so. Whenever the opportunity arises. Again, muted. 37 minute mark for dated a lot of men short. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I think about that kind of content. I understand it's passe. I understand it's been done to death. You know, these women are whores. These women are not trad. Like, we've heard that 1,000 times. At least we have. But it is popular nonetheless. It is clear engagement farming. I'm probably going to react to this Pokemon clip and turn that into a short. It's just such like an easy dunk. It's so obvious. And it does feel... I'll be honest, it does feel like we should be, like, all of this stuff should be beneath us in a sense. But here, like, but I think that's sort of I would say underestimate just like how delusional a lot of these women are and their simps. Like, I know we get red pilled. But dude, some people are just fucking cooked. Some people are not going to learn and they just have to be shamed. And that's it. That's it. So that's why, like, look, in a certain sense, you can only blame the women so much. You have to go after the simps. If you know somebody that's a simp, you have to bully them. You have to bully them. You have to make them feel shitty. You have to ostracize them. That is your duty. Because they will make you look bad. If you associate with these fucking pussies, dude, that makes you a pussy by osmosis, by the transitive property. You are now also a pussy. Those are your tastes, man. Who wants to surround themselves with a bunch of guys that are like male feminist types that just pedestalize women? Like, you have to bully those guys. You do. I was thinking about the bell curve meme right now. It is. It's literally the bell curve meme. You know, it's the Jews. Well, actually, it's not the Jews. It's the Zionists. It's the globalists. It's the new world. It's the Jews. Why was Waddle the turkey not present at his pardon? Trump claims he was MIA. Seems suspicious no one's talking about this. I don't even know what you're talking about. Justice for Waddle, they whacked him. That's crazy. You've been retard maxing for 23 years. You're everyone's maxing something. 2022. Or 2002, I mean. The strongest woman may be carrying extra parts. Do you see like? I saw this in my. I didn't look into it for obvious reasons. Do you see like this one like was it wrestler or something? Like the women's champion turned out to be like, is this real? Is this real? But turned out to be like a guy, so they're like stripping him of his titles or whatever. Bruh. That's some crazy shit. Maybe that's fake news, I don't know. It's hard to tell nowadays, man, unless you're like actually willing to look into shit. And I'm just like, I don't want to look into that, to be honest. I'll take other people's words on that. Yes, you're born just in time to see how good we had it. Yeah. You ever see like those nostalgia clips? Like I think Nick even reposted like nostalgia like 2007. You'll never understand. You'll never understand Halo 3. Bro, you guys were too young. But like literally, bro, it was just different. And it was already gay by 2007, mind you. Things were already cooked by 2007. Just like they were already cooked in the fucking 80s, you know? Yeah, nostalgia's a hell of a drug, but yeah, I'd prefer to have like, you know, high-speed internet and like, dude, people forget everything was in like 480p back then. You remember? Everything was pixelated and looked like dog shit. I do like find it overly sentimental to the point where it's kind of disgusting when people just like, all they do is live in nostalgia. Oh, like how is that different than like boomers, you know? Like, yeah, like Halo 3 was a lot of fun. But you know what, dude? I'm having a lot of fun with games nowadays, too. We gotta look forward. Yeah, there's a lot of trash, woke slop nowadays and all that, but there are a lot of gems out there, too. Reach better than Halo 3. Time to play. You gotta go soon though. Hard exam tomorrow. Wish you luck. Good luck, man. All right, we will play Emotion Engine. Usually I save it for a lull because I just like to listen. Nostalgia, never look back. Yeah, I find it not. The older I get, the more I fucking hate nostalgia, to be honest. Charge my mouse. Yeah, this song plays in my dreams. Yeah, all the people nostalgia posting, it's just, I find it just so mawkish. This song is so good, man. I sometimes watch Retro Rip when nostalgia bug bites me. You know what it's like? It just kind of makes you feel empty. It's like it's like a liminal space. Dude, come search function just got somewhat. I'll find it. Hang on. We'll watch this in a second. Banger. Godspeed. Godspeed, Louise. Good luck. You'll do well. Good luck. It's funny how, just out of sheer commitment and willpower, he made this song the anthem of this channel. Isn't that crazy? Gotta admire that. He willed that into existence, and we're all better for it. But, like, this is like... There's supposed to be people here, you know? There's like something, I mean, this is like a whole totally different thing now. Now it's like, this is like the totally different, like, thought now. This doesn't really have anything to do with nostalgia.
Does this make you feel uncomfortable? Because if it doesn't, then you can stop watching right now. Because today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm kind of passionate about, and something that I've noticed over the years that has kind of bothered me in the slightest ways. If you haven't guessed already, today we're going to be talking about empty multiplayer maps. It says right there what can somehow make you feel a little unsettled. And while I talk about this concept, I'm going to be showing gameplay from World at War, because that is a perfect example.
I think you get the point. I don't think we have to watch all that. I think you guys get the point. What's up, Gorker? How's it going, dog? How's it going? 6, 7? Ah, shit, I'm goat. I think you guys get the point. I don't think we don't have to. I was gonna look at something else too. Shit, what was I gonna do? Okay, now we're just kind of goy scrolling. Anyway. There's like a very specific post I'm looking for. But whatever. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm sure you guys heard about this. The Afghan national who shot the 2 National Guard soldiers. Yeah. Good stuff, huh? I saw some people calling the guy white. Bro. It screams false flag. Let's see what happens. I don't even necessarily think it's a false flag. Look, I think this is just the nature of the beast, man. Like, we're bringing people from the third world over we're gonna see more of this. We already have been. I don't think you necessarily have to like. It has to be some kind of orchestrated event. I mean, they may or may not use it for a political end, but doesn't mean that it was necessarily a false flag to begin with. I don't know. I kind of think that Trump will probably do nothing. And whatever he does do, it'll probably be a half measure. And we'll probably be worse off for it. In the same way, like, all they've really done on him... What am I listening to? Okay, maybe we will go back to just Skyrim ambiance. You know, in the same way, like we haven't gotten deportations. It's just been fluff. It's just been one big photo op. I don't think this is enough of an event. I don't think this is a serious enough event to like go after like political dissidents in the way people like people are predicting this major false flag that would be used as the pretense for like mass surveillance and censorship going after political dissidents. Obviously, it would most likely be used against primarily right-wingers. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is nearly enough. Because, look, dude, people are getting fucking burned alive on subways. They're getting their arms cut off, like on that one girl on the East Coast. You know, it's just like, this is just our country now. You know, this is just our country. I mean, like, look at the UK, look at Europe. So, I don't think this is really a false flag, but we'll see what Trump does. With all like the provocateering, it's only a matter of time. Yeah. What's this? Stalker 2. Those guys just spawn out of thin air. Can I get a few more pixels? What does this say? I don't know what's going on with that game. What's going on here? Who's this between? Oh yeah, the Ken O'Keefe controversy. Yeah, dude, just purge. Just purge the movement, purge the right wing of these grifters.
Oh my god, dude! Sleep. Bro, the fucking... Oh my...
Why is this guy naked though? Why did the assailant, why is he naked? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck happened there?
Oh my god, dude, fuck! Are you fucking... Dude, are you fucking...
Tell me when we're sleeping. Tell me when we're...
Bro, on God, I just got fucking blown up by a creeper.
Wait, you died?
Dude, yes. That's like those fucking little Palestinian kids who strap bombs to themselves. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I feel like I've heard that joke a million times.
Was that a good move for him to, I don't know, rug America?
Thoughts on Jake Shields? Disappointed. Very disappointed. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. Dude. Yeah, that sucks, but you know what, man? You can't be scamming the people that have supported you through thick and thin. How is it different than the people we're fighting? He's a sex beast? Who's a sex beast? Jake Shields? Wasn't he smashing Lily Gaddis? Remember that? Dude. It's just like... There's your right-wing movement, dog. How's it different than just like the GOP shills exactly. Speaking of which, Jack Neal, did you guys see this? Hang on. I wanted to bring this up, bro. Did I bookmark it? No, I don't think I did. Maybe it's deleted. Is it deleted? It might be. Maybe it's not worth bringing up then. But the gist of it was Jack Neal. Some OnlyFans e-thought like leaked a bunch of like DMs between Jack and the e-thought. He was like making like bizarre requests and stuff. And it's the same e-thought that you guys remember Arthur Kwan Lee? Like she exposed him of like having like these like weird kind of freaky messages. Dude, moral of the story is just stop messaging these literal whores. It's like, do you not understand how much of a liability that is? Do I even have to say anything? The naked guy is a sex beast. That was the guy that shot the National Guardsman. Dude, it's just embarrassing, man. If you haven't learned your lesson by now, I don't know. Just stop, bro. Just stop putting yourself in compromising situations. What is it? What's this long post from Myron? Oh, he's talking about female companion robots. Is that what this is? What's Zerka posting?
I trust you.
You're warm.
And a little nervous.
Me too.
Bro. Yeah, women are cooked. It's over, dude. It's over. Yeah, Empath Chan was that eagle, yeah. So you saw the post. I don't want to look it up. But you know what I'm talking about, dude. It's like, you fucking idiots. Stop. Fucking stop. Like, put your dick away and think for 2 seconds. Just think for 2 seconds. Hey, what would happen if these messages leaked? Wouldn't that be embarrassing for me? You're gonna go to Thanksgiving dinner, and your family's gonna look at you like, so you like them young, huh? And you gotta be like, you know. Oh, you like the ass play stuff, huh? You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to be looking at you like, oh, a fellow man of culture. I don't think it's going to go that way. So just think 2 steps, not even 2, 1 step ahead. What are the consequences? You're going to trust your reputation with a woman that literally sells her body on the internet for $5? Who's selling out her dignity? Who are you? You don't think she'll sell you out in a heartbeat the moment it's beneficial? It's a tale as old as fucking time, man. It's like, this isn't even like the e-girl question. This is literal dealing with like whores question. This is like just in your face, obvious. Like, don't message these people. Don't engage with these people. Put your fucking dick away, man. What else can you really say? It's like, dude, people get a little bit of internet clout, like, oh, dude, I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. Yeah, you know what? I can message a prostitute online that sells her pussy pics for $5 and get her to do shit. Like, yeah, bro, she's a whore, okay? That's what they do. They're selling their shit to Indians, okay? You get these Indian men, Bob's and Vagine for $20, and they're like, put two and two together, man. It just makes, the whole thing is just embarrassing, bro. It's just fucking embarrassing. Bad optics. Yeah. They were down bad for some, there were some down bad Gooner chats, just ask for a nude, little bro. I'll do you one better. Don't ask for any of that shit. Do not message, do not put yourself in any kind of compromising position where, like, your text can get leaked. I know that's not the fun answer. I know everybody has said stuff, whatever, in a group chat or whatever text. We've all made mistakes, we've all, whatever. But you really need to, like, lock in. On the one hand, you can get exposed for being like a gooner or a simp by some whore on the internet. On the other hand, you could lose your career because you were a little too based in a group chat that had Gavin Wax in it. Just like, that's not the fun answer, but that's the world we live in. That's the game we're playing. We need a little bit more discipline. We're waiting on Pope Leo to approve the Clanker Wives with the Tradcath mod. I know. We're waiting. Pope Leo, if you can hear me. Pope Leo. Come on, right? Come on. Look at what we're dealing with. Look at these hoes. Come on. Damn it. Come on. You know what I'm talking. Come on. Pope Leo, if you can hear us, please save us. Embarrassment is the worst STD out there. Yeah, dude. Like, in most cases, it's not going to hurt their career, but, like, that will follow them for the rest of their lives. It's like, you get into a contentious, like, argument with somebody on the internet, you can expect that to show up in the replies. Is this you? Question mark. You'll see that forever. Is this you? Oh, by the way, is this you? Literally forever. It doesn't go away. The internet is permanent. And granted, like, most of the time, it blows over, people stop caring, but that doesn't mean it disappears. You know, even look at, like, Keith Woods. Oh, Keith. I'm sure have you guys heard the voice message he left to, like, that trailer trash, like, plastic whore? She's not even hot, dude. Like, that's even worse, man. That's like, at least be hot. At least have good taste in this woman looked like she was like trailer fucking trash. Plastic. Tatted up. And he's like, I've come to the conclusion that I liked hearing your voice and you can send me as many voice messages as you want. It's like, and it's like not like, it's pretty tame as far as like gooner shit goes. But it's still pretty embarrassing. No e-girls, man. Yeah, poor Keith. Yeah, Keith. Am I arguing? Come on. Because I don't have an argument. I don't have an argument. I don't have an argument. What am I going to say to Pope Leo? Please, look. Don't knock it. Hear me out. Listen, you know you're going to hear some bullshit when somebody's like, okay, hey, hear me out. Wait a second. Wait. You know you're about to hear the biggest piece of bullshit in your life when somebody starts off with, now hang on a second, hear me out. The Clussy, the Clanker pussy, goes crazy. And I rest my case. You know, like, I have no argument. What am I going to say to the Pope? I have no theological argument for why, other than, like, women aren't holding up their end of the bargain. That is for the people who know a lot more. That is for the priests. That is for the Pope. That's their problem to figure out. But I will be ready. Patriots with cocks in hand, stand by, stand back, and stand by. We will be waiting for the day we get greenlit and we all rush out to Best Buy to buy our future Clanker wives. You know? Yeah, OF, like, what are these whores gonna do when, I guess, like, practically speaking, I guess there will always be some niche for authenticity. I think a lot of the gooners out there are gonna want to know they're, like, interacting with a real human being. But a lot of people don't give a shit. Look, a lot of people, like, don't even care about plastic surgery. They don't care about fake tits and asses. It's like, okay, yeah, so, like, why would they care about clankers or, like, AI? That's beyond the pale. You got people jerking off to, like, hentai and shit. So yeah, a lot of these horrors are kind of cooked. How are you going to compete with, like, AI? No e-girls, just robo-girls? Real. The day some clank pussy comes out, I'm never leaving the crib. True. True. My wife. My sweetheart.
Good with this?
I trust you.
Alright. You're warm.
And a little nervous.
Me too.
Bro. Fellow girl Woods was hitting on. I have to find it. Keith Woods. Whoa, I forgot her account. Hippocratic, maybe you know. You're pretty good on the lore. You can tell Mello studied St. Thomas Aquinas thoroughly. Christian Wagner would lose a debate with Mello. Yeah, real. Christian Wagner would go up there. Yeah, some bullshit argument about, I don't know. Some theological argument. Yeah, Vatican II. But, Your Honor, the Clussy goes crazy. I rest my case. But, Your Honor, these women are whores, and the robots are awesome. I rest my case. I may lose points to the judges, but I would have won the hearts and minds of freedom-loving patriots around the world. Sometimes it's not about logic. Sometimes you have to follow your heart. Sometimes you have to trust your gut. And gut level tells me we gotta start fucking some robots. We gotta get down. We gotta bust out the oil. We gotta bust out the WD-40 lube. What's that? I got WD-40 in the back. We're about to crack some clanker cheeks up in here, man. That's what I'm saying. The gig will take my money. Wait, okay, so, like, let me see if I can find it. Wait, voice message. I don't know if I could, honestly. It would take me a minute to find it. It's from, like, like a year and a half ago? Maybe a year? I know somebody probably has it. Yeah, this is when they crashed out, or when Keith kind of thanked him.
By the way, now that you've sent longer voice.
Oh yeah, here it is.
By the way, now that you've sent longer voice messages, I've concluded I really like your voice, so you can you have my approval to send as rambling of messages as you want. So.
Oh.
By the way, now that you've sent.
Okay, who is this again? Who was this? Yeah, it's pretty cringe. Not the worst we've seen. Definitely recoverable. Not a good look, though. You hate seeing that. It's giving weak. It's giving simp. But who was the woman? I guess I did bookmark it. Who was the woman? I forgot her account. But she's pretty chopped. She's pretty busted. According to Keith, she's got a nice voice. But I'm sure there are a lot of fat bitches that do like sex phone lines that if you saw in real life, you would gag. That's why they're, you know, not on camera. Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for blue links here. Which e-girl? Which e-girl? There's so many. Which e-girl? Oh, is this one? Yeah. Here she. What the fuck is even in that? What the fuck even is that? Plastic surgery, tats. Okay. Yeah, my wife Greta. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Anyway, that's some deep lore for you guys. At least I'm 99% sure that that was the woman, if I remember correctly.
By the way, no.
Honestly, for his sake, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it was a different e-girl that was at least hot, but yeah. Anyway. Hey, some war crimes, huh? Yeah, that's great. Dude. Yeah. I can imagine they're probably not showing any mercy to these drone operators. Her maxilla is 8-ish 1.3. Can we get a clavicular scoring on that whore? I've seen this clip 1,000 times. I don't know who these people are.
Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work. Do not criticize Israel. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Benjamin. Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work.
I just love how underneath all of his posts. Yeah, let's Oh, dude, you love it. You love to see it. You love to see you love to see it. You love to see it, man. That's so funny. That's so funny. Nobody wants to save MTG though. She is getting destroyed. Yeah, good riddance. Fuck her, dude. Fuck her. Oh, things got hard? Boo fucking who, man? Look, I don't like the guy, but they tried, like... Let's just take the person she pedestalized for years. Donald Trump. I know it's how much of this is real or not, but it can certainly serve as a good, I guess, like, inspirational story. Donald Trump literally got shot, right? So even if you buy into that, if it's real, not real, he literally got shot and kept going. I know we're all critical of Trump. This idea that you're just gonna, like, give up because people threaten you, it's like, what did you fucking think would happen? Dude, like, you could be like a small-time YouTuber and people will threaten your fucking life. If you're in the public spotlight for any amount of time, people will probably threaten to kill you. Then you think about, like, Congress. What even do I need to say? Like, what did you expect, you dumb bitch? What did you expect? I feel like I've already said my piece on that. It's just like, yeah. People get assassinated, okay? People make threats all the fucking time. Like, you're in like the grown-up world now. This is power politics. This is kind of how things have been throughout all of human history. People have been killed, threatened, attacked over power. And you were kind of, you know, being a bit of a thorn in the GOP's side. You were flying a little too close to the sun. What, you thought everything would just be dandy? Who the fuck do you think you are? What do you think this is? You're just fucking delusional. And she had delusions of grandeur. These inflated ideas of self-importance. She was overly ambitious, and she didn't have the aptitude, the political or intellectual aptitude, to back any of those ambitions up. So it's like, and now we know that she didn't have even the fortitude to do it either. So it's like, good fucking riddance. You were always a liability. You were treacherous when it benefited you. I am glad she is gone. So, better now than have her be like a part of this new America First coalition that was building. Better now. So, she kind of like dogged herself in that regard. If she were a ruthless political actor, she would have recognized the utility in staying in the fight. Because people were actually coming back to her side for what seemed to be courage for speaking out against Trump. And even ostensibly against Israel, even though many have been doing that before her that she criticized and disavowed. If she were a ruthless political actor, she would have recognized the utility in that. She would have recognized the opportunity and she would have leaned in. But I guess at the end of the day, she just doesn't have what it takes. Who fucking who? What is that law that all women, even conservatives, revert to feminism under stress? Is there a law for that? What is it? It's just feminism. I think it's just women's nature. There's probably, I guess there is probably some law you would call it. MTG was waiting for someone to save her. Do you have any disagreements with NJF? I don't know. I mean, if I do, they're probably not important disagreements, like maybe a matter of taste in like food or something. I don't know. Shit that really doesn't matter. I think he's been on the money overwhelmingly. But ultimately, I think that's kind of like the wrong way to look at it. I feel like people are always looking for things to disagree with on people, almost like as a testament to like their individuality. Look, I'm a free thinker. I don't agree with him on everything. I'm really tired of hearing that. Like, whenever people give Nick praise, they always sandwich it between like tempering, qualifying, and maybe like criticism as well. So it's almost like it feels forced to have to find something to disagree with him on. And like, how many other people demand that kind of attention and like respect, you know? Do people like, that's how you know he's the guy. That's how you know he's the thought leader, when people feel compelled to make these kinds of distinctions in thought between his and their thinking. Nobody gives a fuck like what Steven Crowder has to say, or like what they agree with, like the points that they agree with Steven Crowder and disagree with. Nobody cares. It's like only Nick has that much like ire and has that much aura about him. People feel compelled to say, no, I don't agree with everything, but I do like this, or I disagree with, like, I'm tired of that. I really am. It's like, it feels forced. It feels, yeah, it just feels kind of fake. That's just, maybe that's too harsh, but it's just kind of my thoughts. Plus, Magic must be happy to get there. And yeah, okay, yeah, Magic the Gathering, yeah. Every woman reverts to feminism under stress, while men do. Yeah. At least the ones in the public. At least the ones you see, because women are really, they shouldn't be seen nor heard. Like the good, like the women that are feminists are making their voice heard, you know? Even if they say they're not, they operate on those principles. So the good women out there, you're not going to see running fucking podcasts, you know? Telling all these men what their opinion is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is that? Like, survivorship bias. You don't see the planes that aren't returning, so to speak. Because they're out there getting married and shit. And living happy lives. NJF is always late. This destroys my Nordic mind. Hey, I'm Italian, so I totally fucking get it. I'm late all the... You guys know, I'm late all the fucking time. I totally... And you know, my mom, like, doesn't understand me. Yeah, maybe it's because she's Japanese, and they're punctual. Look, if you don't, you could never understand. The Italian mind, the whatever it is something that's difficult to articulate. It must be experienced. It must be experienced. It cannot be described. I totally empathize with Nick just being late for fucking everything. It's like, it is like, you could call it a flaw or a feature, but it is like just my existence. I am late. It's, what even is time? I don't know, dude. So, like, a lot of people don't get that part of like, about Nick. How can you just be late? Like, the Germans and Nordics are like, but Nick said that he would be on time. It's 10:10 und jetzt Nick, he's not here. Wo ist Nick? Why is he not live? He said he would be live, but he's not live. Is something the matter? Is he sick? Is Nick in der Krankenhaus? Was ist das? And like the mind, the Germanic and like Nordic mind, it literally cannot comprehend. And Nick is sitting there, he's probably doom scrolling. He's probably fucking around in some group chat or sleeping. And he's sitting there like, gotta do the show. But I don't want to. I totally get that. Not to be like, he's literally me, but I totally understand. I totally fucking get it, man. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, not Italian, make lasagna on stream right now. Yeah, you got me. You got me. You're Norwegian, let's go. Norway. Yeah, Mello is lazy. Yeah, I gotta stream more, I know, I gotta stream more. I gotta get, you see, I try to get into a routine so that I'm like, I have something to talk about and I have some energy. I don't want to show up on stream with nothing. No energy, nothing to talk about, no thoughts. And so if one of those things is missing, you know, particularly the energy part, if I don't feel like I have energy. So it's all about building a routine, you know? Can't wait for the creativity. You can't wait for the energy to come to you. You have to just get into that flow state or whatever. That's true for a lot of things, whether like you're a creative type, particularly if you're a creative type, like if you're trying to be a writer. Yeah, thanks, George. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for... Yeah. Sashimi! Teriyaki! You have to come first before the energy. No. Gooning saps your energy. Gooning saps your energy. Gavin Newsom Gripper lives in Sweden, stays up for the shows. Real. I didn't know he lives in Sweden. Gavin Newsom Gripper. That's crazy. Did you see Andrew Wilson snap at that girl for exposing his baby mamas? Yeah, I think we covered that last week. Didn't we? I think we did. You just said you don't have energy. Case closed, Gooner. Well, I do have energy. But then the time passes and it's like, you know, if it's like late, I don't want to go live. Like half is like 9 o'clock. I don't want to go live. Honestly, a lot of it is frankly just like, so much of the time I'm like ready to go live. I'm just like instead. It's gonna sound bad, but I'm just like playing Arc Raiders or Tarkov instead, you know? Like Naisu or George, you will message me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we could play. Especially if there's nothing to talk about that day, if it's just another slow day. Go nofap? Yeah, I don't jerk off. I don't do any of that. Nick is beyond Italian late. He is laughing. This is Mexican warfare against Nords. I feel like Mexican... Okay, I don't know, and I'm biased. I feel like Mexicans are more punctual than Italians. Aren't they? George, you're Mexican. But I don't know, like, how many Italians? I don't know. Like, Mexicans might take, like, siestas and shit. I don't know. I guess I'm not racist enough. I don't know. Are Italians or Mexicans worse with punctuality? I don't know. Depends. What part of Mexico? That's a good question. I don't know. Oh, it's Tequila Zoomer. Shalom. Mexicans are always late if they even show up at all. Italians are worse. I don't have an opinion, honestly. I don't have an opinion. Tequila Zoomer. Chat. Tequila Zoomer is okay. I'm about to blow up Tequila Zoomer's spot. But Tequila Zoomer is Kumquat because once again, Kumquat got banned on Twitch. He's gone through I don't even know how many accounts now, but he keeps getting banned. Because I don't even know why. Why are you getting banned? What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? How do you keep getting banned? What do you say? Like, what are you saying to people? Because you beef with people? Ooh, how do you have ops on Twitch? How do you have fucking ops on... What corner of Twitch are you going to? You bully retarded streamers? I guess we all have our pastimes, right? Dude pulls the Exodia of Twitch. Real. Like how... Like, okay, there was Kumquat, Baguette, Faggot, Spooky. Now you're on Tequila Zoomer. Am I forgetting any? Oh yeah, Supreme Zoomer. I remember this. Supreme Zoomer. Yeah, little kumquat lore for everyone. Oh, you have the Cat 6 cable? Is it better, George? Or is your shit still lagging? You get your new cable. I don't even think my dailies are up yet. For like another 2 hours. Still lagging? Sheesh. Do a buffer bloat test. Do this. Do buffer bloat test. Do one of these. Actually, I don't want to click on it. I hope it doesn't like leak my IP. But do one of those. Do a ping test as well. Don't just do the speed test, but do a ping test and a buffer bloat test. That'll tell you a lot. Because it might be a problem with your computer then. It might be a problem with your computer. Or the router itself. You might have to go into the router settings. Because if NiceU's not lagging, you guys are both on the same router, then it might be how it prioritizes certain connections. And so you might have to put in your little IP address and configure it there. I would put your... Honestly, go to ChatGPT and then just put all of your problems in and just follow whatever it tells you to do. That's my piece of advice. Because you could watch a bunch of videos on it. Just troubleshoot using ChatGPT. It'll be a lot more helpful. Then you can describe your problem to a chatbot. 20 gifted subs. Leak Addy. That's crazy. Mello, go fight people at Walmart on Black Friday. Oh yeah, because I want to get like fucking stabbed over like a toaster oven or like an air. Can you imagine? Can you imagine fighting a bitch, getting your weave all fucked up over like a $200 air fryer? Bro, I don't even know, man. Who even goes Black Friday shopping anymore? Isn't it all online now? Isn't it like Cyber Monday or whatever? Are the deals even remotely close to being worth it? Fight a fat woman. That's crazy. Probably good content though. Probably good content. It's literally just an ad. Bro, Captive Dreamer, man. What a goober. ChatGPT will give you bad tech advice. I used ChatGPT to build your PC and it was retarded. And building your PC? Did you need ChatGPT to build? I use ChatGPT. Maybe you're just using it wrong. Maybe it sounds like user error. Because I've used ChatGPT to like diagnose all kinds of problems my PC has had, and it's been like invaluable. It's been so helpful. It's not perfect. Like you can't be retarded with ChatGPT. It's not going to turn you into like 150 IQ genius. You have to know how to use it. If you're not careful, ChatGPT will tell you to kill yourself. So, you know, you got to put the right prompts in, you know? Otherwise, you know, you don't want to accidentally paint the ceiling. ChatGPT told you to. Mexicans are only late to parties. They are almost always the first on the job site. This is beyond my expertise. You guys can weigh in. The Italian versus Mexican debate. I like how they grab each other's weaves as a default. Gotta grab onto something. For real, like Amazon got the same deals. I just don't see the appeal, man. It's 2025. We have the technology. You don't have to wait in the fucking cold to get like $200 off of like a television. That's some goy shit. You want to talk about goy slave shit? There you go. The manufacturers build their product for Black Friday, sourcing materials from cheaper suppliers than they normally do, specifically for Black Friday. Well, it's like a lot of the time, like, look, sometimes they'll mark their prices up so they can discount them later. To feel like you're getting a 20% discount when it's really MSRP or maybe a slight discount. But certainly less than advertised. It's a psychology that you think you're getting a good deal, but you're not. Because you're seeing the green number, 20% off, 30% off. But you're not asking the right question. Is the price that you're paying for worth the product that you're getting? It's psychological manipulation. Tell ChatGPT to troubleshoot as an idiot. That's crazy. Now and pop stores are dead now. Yeah, they're gone. Same prompt, 2 different sources, 2 different responses. Really? What are we talking about here? I don't even know what we're talking about here anymore. Waited in the line and cold. I guess I should mod. I'll quite get there. Okay, all right. Already abusing mod privileges. Already abusing. Wow. 20 seconds in already. That's crazy. Bro, I waited in the line in the cold before it was Nike. Get anything good? Midnight launch at GameStop, memories unlocked. We just talked about nostalgia, didn't we? Oh, jeez. Anyway. Anything else going on any other Twitter drama going on? What's trending? Stranger Things 5. Did that finally drop? Oh, I guess it did. I guess it dropped. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I guess I don't want any spoilers. I did really like the first season. Why am I seeing all these gay dudes? And conservatives just, dude, they fucking love gay dudes, don't they? That's why I'm not a conservative. Oh, dude, remember when, this is some deep lore. This was like a few months ago. Somebody like posted like a GIF or like a picture of like this kind of retro game, talking about how they really want a game that looks like this. I guess somebody went out and made it. That looks pretty cool. Sort of like retro surrealism. But so far it's just a walking simulator, it looks like. Shores of Vailthar. Fantasy creators like try not to make the name of your franchise like unpronounceable. Challenge impossible. Did I cover DC? A little bit, yeah. Covered it a little bit. It just seems like that kind of stuff is just, it's becoming more popular. The country's becoming more violent. Some people think it might be a false flag. I don't think I would go that far to say it was a false flag. We're just gonna see more of that shit. Never seen Stranger Things? Wait, it's because you did a dive on clavicular? Wait, what happened to me? What? Huh? Oh, the gay shit? Oh, the gay dudes? Dude, every time there's like some I remember this. I remember because like Elijah Schaefer was like, and like fucking like Savannah Hernandez, a lot of these like kind of like, what would you call them? Like alt-light conservative pundits, whatever. Every time there was like a gay pride parade in San Francisco and there were like a bunch of naked gay people, look at how look at these degenerate gay people. Look at his penis. He's out in public. It's like, yeah, I don't want to fucking see that on my timeline. There are children around. What about me? What about me? I don't want to see that. The fuck is wrong with these people? Look at it. Look at the gay porn. He's peeing on the other guy. Can you imagine? Like, get that shit away from me. The fuck is wrong with people, man? I swear, dude, like, holy fuck. Just unbelievable. Yeah, I just muted Elijah Schaefer, man. Not only is he like a scammer, but like, dude just posted Cole all fucking day. Dude sucks. Fuck, man. Not only is he like dumb, not only is he just not very smart, but like he was like posting like shirtless pictures where like you could like what are you fucking doing, man? Nobody like. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, you want a game that's an IRL simulator, walking simulator, so you can digitally touch grass? GTA 6. Crazy that dude admitted to using meth to looks max. Yeah, pretty crazy, huh? Haven't played much BF6 because I'm lazy to set up your controls because it will take an hour. An hour? Really? Watch your clavicular one the next day that John Bravo put out a video. Yeah. Yeah, I was just, yeah, dude, clavicular, man. Very interesting to watch. We'll see where all that goes. Because he's looking at, yeah, Elijah Schaefer at the, yeah. Yeah, Elijah Thirst Traps Be Life. It's like, don't you have kids and a wife, bro? Can you not, like, show your like, fucking dick root to the world? Like, I don't want to see that. Who do you think your audience is? Like, seriously. Who the fuck does he think his audience is? Whatever, man. Your friends would get banned bullying Elijah? Yeah, dude, it's just like... I'm over it, man. Permanent revolution. Just gotta keep replacing the old heads with new heads, you know? Just the same way that now, who's Baked Alaska again? Who's Jaden McNeil? Who are all these people that are relevant? We just gotta keep purging. Gotta keep flushing out people that eventually sell out or were never impressive to begin with, but were merely useful vessels. And now that they're no longer useful, and that now they're more of a liability, and they're not really loyal, you gotta cast them aside. We shouldn't have to tolerate scammers. We shouldn't have to associate with scammers. No, actually. Just because they have a platform, just because they have a following. Anyway, get off my high horse here. Bravos were good, John Bravo. It's fitness progress, bro. Just some cock and balls. We're scared of a little cock. Oh, BF6 will set your controls in the next update? Yeah, they fucked up my controls, my infantry controls. I'm like, what the hell? Fucking devs, man. Like, try not to fuck up your game post-launch. Challenge impossible. Jeez. Blockchain. Stop scamming. Yeah, dude, it's just, look. At this point, man, in the same way you shouldn't, like, message embarrassing shit to literal OnlyFans whores, do not buy a shitcoin. Do not buy a shitcoin. How many times do we have to see this play out? Baked Alaska content has been erased from search. Who again? Who? Who's Ethan Ralph? Who? Who's that again? Who's Bookcat? Who's Bookcat? Who's Big Tech? Who are all these people? Old heads will remember. And that, all of that can stay in the past. All those people can stay in the past. Dude, I had, you know what's funny? When I first started streaming on YouTube, I had like an Andy Warski. Or what is his show? I don't even remember. What is it? Kino Casino. I had a Kino Casino guy come in. And I'm like, what even the fuck is that? What is a what now? What even is that? He rebrands when they fail. It's like, that's crazy. Remember what Dubai chocolate was originally? I don't even know what you're talking about there. That reference went over my head. Do you know the section in the ghetto that Jake Neal met Nick at? No, I have yet to actually watch. I was debating if I wanted to watch the interview on stream, but I probably won't. I'll probably just watch it in my own time. Particularly because it's already on YouTube, you know? We need to learn from their mistakes. It's almost like this. Some people are just, they are that way, and they are just, this is my takeaway from all of these controversies that keep happening. They are the way that they are, and they are just revealing to the world what they really are. These are not necessarily like mistakes per se. And look, everyone has momentary lapses of judgment, but there's a certain line you cross where it is malicious, and you just don't want people that are going to be compromised like that. Compromise on their integrities. Or a lack thereof, I guess. Integrity is integrity. So in a sense, by scamming and tricking and deceiving their followers, they're doing us all a favor. They're telling you you shouldn't follow them. You should not platform them. They're not trustworthy. And it is what it is. Who's Jake Neal? He's a podcaster who did a collab with Nick over the weekend. Unfortunately, I was from those days, but we had all the good content creators they played. All the content is gone, like that Baked Alaska song I was looking up. All these people are paid influencers. Yeah. Yeah, that's why, man. Like, look, there are a lot of, like, just because we're based or whatever doesn't mean that we're not prone to propaganda and grifters in our space as well. Well, propaganda in the sense that, like, I guess I should rephrase that. This is positive propaganda. But what I mean is you're going to find opportunists in any movement. Yeah. The curtain is pulled back and the truth about the Wizard of Oz is known to all. Yeah. Something along those lines.
You want that, huh? All right, well, hey, listen, Daddy's home. Hey, a real man is home. I'm pulling up my sleeves. You want to call me out? Sit down and shut the fuck up, bitch! That's what a man has to say. And make me a sandwich and make it good. Turkey and provolone. Can you handle that?
W.
Let's go sunning. It's so good for you. Let's go sunning. Neath the sky of blue. Greet the sun every morn. Feel as free and happy as the day you were born. Let's go native. Sun your cares away. Be creative. Learn to live and play.
Bro, the fucking super mutant the immediate pause after seeing the fucking super mutant behemoth.
Sign your cares away, be creative, learn to live and play.
Fallout 3 was fun. That's a fun game. People at my job are bullying you into getting Arc Raiders. Great game. Great game, by the way. Great game. Really enjoying it. It's crazy how popular it is. I wouldn't have thought it would be as popular as it is, but it blew away, I think, everyone's expectations. Provolone is probably the best cheese for a sandwich, though. Yeah, I agree. Provolone's goated.
It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
That's pretty kick. Oh, yeah, dude. I love how they're trying to push this guy. Dude, talk about astroturfed. Yeah, this guy is the voice. Your mom is Nikki Haley. I'm the voice of Gen Z men. Get the fuck out of here. Nothing organic about that.
Big Heil, niggers! Wow! Big Heil, niggers! Wow!
Oh, that's funny. Mr. Cheese as well. You're around normies and ages from 20 to 40 are playing it. Yeah, it's like one of the most popular games on Steam. Look at that, number 3. Number 3. It's above Battlefield 6. Which, wait. What happened to the numbers here? It's about Battlefield 6, which has a free BR and is, I think, free this weekend. It's actually fucking killing, and this is just on PC. They're actually farming. They're actually farming. And it's gotten like more popular. Like it's almost a month since the game launched, and they're still number 3. Crazy. Crazy. It's absolutely bananas. Call of Duty, lol. Rip COD, good riddance. Yeah. If anything, hopefully it'll force them to actually not make slop. So. BF6 is mid and people are beginning to see it. There are real problems. And look, I like the game a lot, but there are real problems and the devs are... They're just like, I don't understand how some of the problems are still in the game. Like they're just so slow to actually like make changes, like adjust some of the maps so they're not as cancer to play. They need more maps, they need better maps, and they need to like Manhattan Bridge, for instance, on Breakthrough. How the fuck did that pass testing? I don't understand. That first zone is just cancer. The hit detection problems, I don't know. Like, I don't know why they're so slow to fix the game, but we'll see. Kumquat is always right, part 6 million. I still think the game is good though, but I definitely have like growing frustrations with it. I was playing some earlier today, and I was having a good time. But that's how a lot of things go. Like, you know, I'm playing Arc Raiders and I think the game's phenomenal, but you know, I'm seeing the flaws. The honeymoon phase is over. Usually you get into a game, there's a honeymoon phase, and then you start to the repetition of seeing the same problems rearing their ugly heads. You know? The veil is peeled back, you can see. With anything, really. I guarantee you there are less problems in Arc Raiders than Battlefield 6, 100%. Arc Raiders, I would definitively say, is a better game than Battlefield 6. And I get frustrated at Arc Raiders sometimes when I would get shot behind corners. or like that game has its bullshit, but I think it's definitely, as far as like a player experience goes, I think it's a better game. Have you ever seen, don't forget the glitch where you don't get your tanks? That, dude, that lasted for fucking weeks, man. I don't get it. I don't understand how that was in the game for fucking weeks. Or like the IFV missile that would just one-shot everything. That was in for like a month. Like, what are the devs doing? What are they actually fucking doing? Talk about fumbling the bag. I don't know why it's so hard for them to just hotfix some of this stuff. Even now, I'll spawn in sometimes, and as soon as you spawn in, the tank is at 1 HP, and if you don't get in it, it just fucking explodes for some reason. What the hell? I don't understand it. But have you ever seen the old PlayStation game called Mag? I have. Yeah, I never played it though. 256 players, right? Yeah. Nick live in 30 or so, more like an hour. What, is there a Telegram post? Oh yeah, I see it. Because the dev team went on vacation and released, they worked so hard during the beta. Unironically, I know. Yeah, they literally went on vacation for like 2 weeks. At least the lead dev did. For like 2 fucking weeks. And look, yeah, you gotta take your vacation. That's not the problem, but you gotta space them out a little bit. You gotta have a team that can still get shit done even when you're away. Can't all take vacations at the same time. But we'll see, we'll see. And I don't know what's going on with Portal. That was just a really, it seems like another missed opportunity. Maybe a waste of resources, because they're not willing to like fully commit to supporting Portal as like a game mode that where players make their own content and whatnot. Put an EOD bot under a tank right before it spawns. 256 players with open mic. If you are sick, you can talk shit to your whole team. That's another thing Battlefield 6 missed. There was no open mic. Like, there was no proximity chat. That's one thing Arc Raiders has that just takes it to the next level. Like, let's just...
Who dead guys?
Like, Peanut just talks to, like, people he's fighting all the time.
I'm so sorry, son. I'm so sorry, son.
You know how much more fun it is being able to talk to people?
I'm so sorry, son. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, son. I'm so sorry, son. Maybe in the next life. Maybe in the next life, son. On the bright side, I do have a weapon I can rival these guys with now. The renegade.
Or like even BattleBit. Here's another example. This game died.
All right, listen, guys, we're pushing in. All together, come on.
Yeah, let's go. Go, go, go.
Medic! Medic!
Sure did.
Oh, red and blue! Oh, God!
Yeah, dude, proximity chat is a gem. And the obvious reason why they don't want to put it in is because they don't want people to say mean things. They don't want their game to be associated with people like saying N-words, so they just ruin the fun for everybody. Like, hey, a mute and black buttons exist for a reason, you know? Don't take this away from us. They take everything away. Now you just can't say anything. That word got me through a lot. Anyway. Do you fuck with that chick Pearl? She seemed to have good things to say about Nick. Yes and no. Yes and no. But I mean, she was outed in the gambling scandal as well. So not looking good. Not looking good. Fuck, you missed that game now? Yeah, that's another case where the devs killed their own game. Mac had command mic. You could make people listen to you on your team depending on their officer position. Dude, imagine you just have a captive audience if you're the commander. Imagine you're the commander of your team. All right, team. Dude. We're going to read through all of Evola's works from start to finish. Okay, ready? Chapter 1. Chapter 1. We're going to read some Nietzsche today, chat team. Chapter 1, the Untermenschen. What's an Untermenschen? You just have a captive audience. They have to listen to you. You're the commander. You are the commander. Rated 18 means for adults. True. But, I mean, look, everybody knows nobody listens to that. You've got 8-year-olds playing all these games, so. You had more fun on BattleBit than I did in Battlefield 6. BattleBit is dead. BattleBit is dead. It is a dead game. Like, unironically, it's a dead. Nobody's playing. I don't think you could find a lobby. Yeah, gambling with Satan? Yeah. Yeah, proximity chat, man. It's just... You gotta give people the tools to just make their own fun, man. That's the secret to success. That's the secret to longevity. People are so afraid to just let people do. You're losing all your gear on target. Yeah, yesterday was kind of rough. Yesterday was kind of rough. Yesterday was kind of a rough day. We spent... How many raids did we spend trying to do dumbass quests on Ground Zero? Which is like the fucking most AIDS map in the game. Killing half the lobby just to get fucking one-tapped by some guy across the street. One level higher with a fucking lever action rifle. Like it's the Wild West. I'm out there gunning people down. Brrr, I got an MP7. I killed 4 people. I'm fucking killing everybody. And the moment I stop to repack a mag, I get dinged through the fucking the crack in the fucking window by a guy that was sitting there fucking watching me the whole time. And then he gets sniped by some other dude that was doing the exact same thing because there's this tight choke point, this one fucking street. Everybody in the entire lobby has to cross at some point to get to their extraction. You think maybe that's a bad idea? That's a bad design choice? Like at some point you're just gonna have to cross. You're gonna have to go through that fatal funnel. The best Tarkov, the best worst game out there. Anyway. Ugh. Oy vey. Oy vey. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of yapping. It's actually my voice is getting harsh. We oppose Judaism because we are Christian. These grifters oppose Judaism because without the JQ, they'd be forgotten e-celebs and influencers in a sea of mediocrity. So true, Pine Sap, so true.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay.
Is it normal to worry about my boyfriend's group chat?
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay.
This secret came to light after my partner, whom we can call Damon, got invited to a Bucks party interstate. I immediately felt icky about it because it's not inclusive to everyone at their current stage of life. Most either can't afford it or can't attend due to parenting duties.
Boo-hoo.
It caused a lot of controversy between some of us women.
I don't care. I do not fucking care. I'm losing brain cells. It's so much of Twitter is just rage bait. Rage bait by literal foreigners. You know, with all these accounts that got outed as being not American, pretending to be American. Most of these rage bait accounts are from India. Anyway. What the fuck is that? What the hell? Jimbo. These people are fake? Yeah. Quite a few of them. Elon Musk calls for Irina Zarutska's killer to be hung immediately. Wow. So edgy. So based. Okay. The Jeets are was it Prima or Perma online? Dude, honestly, man, it's in our national interest to just like blanket IP ban anyone from South Asia. South Asia. Just, yeah. They're like literally India scams billions of dollars from senior citizens every year. They're so concerned about their social security. It's like, okay, yeah. Well, maybe you should be worried about these scammers. They're taking your life savings. What little you have left or whatever. What did Ian Miles Chung do to hurt Elon so bad? Oy. Ian Miles Chung, gross. There are more Indians in America than Native Americans. Columbus was right. Are you talking about Indian Americans? How come we can't go after those Indian call scam centers? We can. There's just no political will to do so. Because that would be like racist or something, right? Our leaders are feckless traitors. They don't care about the American people. Like all these problems, all this like instability, the turmoil, a lot of the problems we are facing today that Americans are facing day in and day out are totally solvable. They're totally solvable. When you talk about Americans struggling to make ends meet, like the solutions are not very complicated. There just simply lacks the political will. Whether it's a matter of like, you know, competing with the rest of the world for jobs, or it's not enforcing the law, not arresting and imprisoning criminals, for example. Like, it's really not complicated stuff. You get people like repeat offenders and these judges just let them out. Like the guy that set that woman on fire in the Chicago subway, he had like what? How many priors? Something like 42, 48 priors. That guy should be like in a fucking insane asylum. Like he got caught for arson several times. Why is he out in public? The answer is just so obvious. It's so basic. And then our you know, the mayor of Chicago comes out and says, well, we're not gonna imprison our way out of this problem. That's racist. Like, are you serious right now? That guy's the fucking worst. Brandon Johnson is the fucking worst, man. So let me get this straight. We can't put criminals into prison for committing crime because that would be racist. Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? So I guess we just have to, like, let them set us on fire and shit. We just have to be subjected to crime and violence because somehow throwing criminals into prison is racist. Okay. You see? So we're just not going to get very far with people like that in power. It's really not complicated at all. So. Steve's making a plugin. I think I read that. Yeah. What is this shit?
Nigga wanna see me fall. Stephen Curry, how I ball. Gosha garments and a white.
That's crazy.
And the rate goes up.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Tucker Carlson sucks.
Y'all want some?
That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Dude, it's kind of crazy. Like, normies are just now, like... They're just now encountering, like the edgy content. You know what I mean? It's just now in the Big 25, people like, he's just saying... He's a white guy saying the N-word. You know, that might have been transgressive, like, 5-10 years ago, but now it's like, dude, who cares? I don't know, some of it's just like, you know, people kind of late to the punch. Rape of your country is good because of diversity and equality. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Just watching things fall apart in real time because to do anything about it would be like racist and like bigoted, right? I care about law and order. I care about not being subjected to criminals and shit. Like, you should be able to like go downtown and not have to worry about getting mugged or murdered or anything like that. And this is not like a hot take or anything, but like, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what like the race or religion or whatever of the perpetrator is. That's what people don't understand. Like, holding up law and order fundamentally is not racial. And I think people don't understand that because they have an egalitarian mindset. And so when like crime statistics come out and you find some groups of people commit crime at a higher rate than others, they think there must be some other answer other than just it is what it is. And that is more of a problem than the criminal action itself. You see how backwards that is? It's like, okay, but at the end of the day, who cares? If we're creating a society that is clean and that's secure, it's functional. Yeah, not everyone in the world is compatible with that. And so if it disproportionately affects certain groups, so be it. We will all, literally, we will all be better off simply by getting criminals and dysfunctional people, maybe mentally ill people off the streets. And if some people can't keep up with that, like as a group, then so be it. Why should we have to lower the standards? We all suffer. I'm not saying anything really like revolutionary here. This is all, I think at this point, well understood. But it's so frustrating seeing how we literally cannot even have any amount of policing, no amount of law and order because of the people that are running things, because of their racial agenda, their racial narcissism. It's just, it's like we're watching things deteriorate, collapse in real time because of these fucking people. I'm looking at Dave Smith video. It's titled his response to Dan Crenshaw. I feel bad for him for even having that title in his video count. Yeah, dude, Dan Crenshaw. Arg. Be nice to Israel. I love when old people ask me about Nick. The Israel thing is getting easier to overcome. It's everywhere now. Dude, if you're pro-Israel, you're in the minority now. If you're pro-Israel, if you're like philo-Semitic, you're unpopular. You're unpopular now. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy how quickly things have changed? Now you get all these like people who gatekept for years. Now they're begging Nick Fuentes for interviews to stay relevant. Isn't that funny? People who wouldn't touch these topics with a 1,000-yard pole. People that pretended like these ideas were bigoted and hateful and evil. Now they realize that they're in the minority. Now they realize that in order to maintain any modicum of credibility, they have to concede. They have to come towards us. It's really an it's insane how quickly this happened. And it has to be stated, like, Nick is at the center of this. So now Steven Crowder wants to have him on, Tim Pool. There's talks with Piers Morgan, the trigonometry guys. And it's at the point where it's like, you know what? Nick's platform is bigger than these people. He would be platforming these people and giving them credibility by going on their shows. They need him way more than he needs them. And even then, it's like, is the content even going to be fucking interesting? Like, do we want to hear, like, two liberals in the case of trigonometry just, like, cross-examine everything Nick has ever said? Well, what did you mean when you said this? Don't you think that's kind of racist? Is anybody really fucking interested in that? I really don't care for, like, the liberal virtue signaling, and I don't care for, frankly, the conservative virtue signaling. But can you disavow Hitler? Can you disavow the Nazis? They're raping our fucking country right now. Right fucking now. Right now, as we speak, they're destroying it. Can you say something about that? Or was that too anti-Semitic for you? So it's at the point where it's like, in the same way that, like, the GOP, the Republican establishment had to bend the knee to Trump when he won the primary and he became the nominee, and they all had to bend the knee, so too now do all these people have to bend the knee to America First and Nick. And it's not because Nick is pandering to anybody, it's because he's right. So enough with the patronizing remarks from all these fucking shills. And the nice thing is that Nick is now the gatekeeper. He can gatekeep people from the movement who would do nothing. All these opportunistic schmucks that just want to grift now into America First, he can keep them at arm's length. And he has way better political, it's not even close, he has way better political instincts than Trump ever had. So, that's the white pill. Anyway. Crazy how popular Joe Camel is on Instagram lately. I don't even know who's Joe Camel. Wait, Joe Camel? Nah, man, we was held down and shit for years. Y'all racist, yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing with, like, dude, we gotta let, like, enough with the perpetual victimhood. The anti-Semitism, the ma slavery, ma Holocaust. It's like, okay, enough. Fucking let it go. Forgive Hitler today. Forgive the slave owners today. But I just love it. It's like, you know, a lot of like people talking about like reparations and shit. A lot of like the black people talking about that. Like a lot of them weren't even descendants from fucking slaves. And it's in many ways, and I know this is, you know, trite at this point, but it's in many ways no different than like Jews crying about anti-Semitism or you know, Israel's promised 3,000 years ago. How's that any different? My reparations were promised 150 years ago. Get over it. Yeah, everyone is a subject of bad stuff. Everybody has had to deal with bad stuff somewhere in their lineage. This country wasn't made powerful and great through a victim mentality. Anyway, I know that's probably like overstated nowadays, but it's true. Zyoclops. Rogan is crashing out on Trump. Now is a good time for Nick to go on. Nick doesn't need Rogan. Rogan is under some kind of control or blackmail. It's so awkward that he would even point out to his younger self. I don't even know what Rogan's up to. Is he even still as relevant as he was like 5 years ago? I mean, he's got a huge podcast, but how many people are even talking about Joe Rogan, you know? I feel like he's not really, he doesn't really have the cultural impact he used to have. I mean, I'm sure he would still go on. Nick, that is. But nobody's really talking about Joe Rogan. Who should Nick go on next, or is he done? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if it were like a big show, he would do it. It's all about what he can gain from it, you know? If there's nothing to gain, then why do it? He's better off not doing something that's just gonna like platform or legitimize people who are not good faith. But isn't it more about access to the audience and the actual interview? Nick never really gets aggressive with the host. Jack Neal asked for a book recommendation and Nick was nice. Yeah, I mean, usually he's not combative. It's about accessing the audience, but it's at the point where, you know, it is more complicated than that, because in the same way, because you can also legitimize people. Because Nick platformed Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, his credibility was at like an all-time low. And look at how he's been like reabsorbed back into the right wing after being exposed for being a fucking Fed. And all of a sudden, like, okay, they exchanged some pleasantries, and then Tucker's going out and he's straight up lying about Nick. And I do think he's trying to latch onto Nick's movement. He's trying to smother Nick in a very two-faced kind of way. He wants to control him. He wants to redirect the movement. And in the case of, and look, we've talked about it, and Nick, was it last night or the show prior, mentioned if they kill Nick, I think someone like Tucker, he's absolutely positioning himself to take Nick's audience and to be the new mouthpiece for this whole movement. It's a subtle change of strategy. Maybe not that subtle. But that being said, look at how fucking retarded people are. They're like, why is Nick attacking the right wing? We need a unified right. Yeah, tell that to these people who had nothing nice to say about Nick for years, who censored him, gatekept. And they're still talking shit about him. But now it's like Nick will talk shit back, and they're like, why is he dividing the right? Are you kidding me right now? If you still like Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson, you're not gonna fucking make it. You are a dumb goy. If you don't understand it by now, you never will. You need to return to the coal mines. Politics is not for you. You are just a stupid goy. So. Yeah, Rogan peaked already. Yeah, he hasn't really maintained his relevancy. So. Ugh. Are more people defending this shit? Yeah. I give Lucas Gage credit. I do think he's trying. Yeah, I do think he's trying. He's a more genuine actor in this whole thing. From what I've heard about and from what I've seen, he seems to be an honest guy. Bro.
Is that not a big difference?
No.
Show me right now on your hands 3 inches.
Sorry.
On your hands.
Okay.
Like that.
Can we just stop with this shit? Can't believe there's grown-ass men who stand Candace. Dude, a lot of people can't discern entertainment from, like, the truth. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people like Candace because, like, she's, like, a nut job, and they find her entertaining. And they lack the discernment to not take her seriously. Like, just because somebody's funny and entertaining, and you're, like, watching a train wreck, doesn't mean you should take them seriously. But, like, I don't know, man. It is sad. Because she's just like, she's like a schizo. She's like a nut job. What conspiracy theory is she gonna buy into next? And like, you have to provide the receipts. You have to actually prove these claims. Anyway. Oh, next should be going live soon, right? Holy yappers, I've just been yapping non-stop. I've been yapping non-stop, bro. Ugh. Yeah, French government wants me to add something Charlie Kirk. They're trying to Charlie Kirk me. Bitch. You're not him. But you are not him. Mello, what's your thoughts on, is that bait? Are you never gonna finish that? You're never gonna finish that question? You just want me to crash out? You're gonna finish the set?
Estoy cansado, jefe.
Is this phone gonna explode?
Cansado de tanto viajar solo como un gorrión en la lluvia.
What the fuck? Anyway. Nick can talk to Julio Vaquero of Telemundo. Telemundo, dude. What's Peanut doing?
Congratulations, I'm very... Well,
Dude, it's insane. It's insane how much he's blown up. I've said this before, but the biggest gaming streamer in the world is a Peanut. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty funny. He has like 45k on YouTube, 40k on Twitch. Sheesh. Bro, what is this content? What is that? What the fuck is that? Oh, I thought that was a man. I guess that's just his wife. That's fucking cooked, bro. Oh shit. My bad, G. I thought that was a trans. My bad, dog. I didn't mean to do dirty like that. Shit. I'm like, why does Twitch have a trans person on the? I'm like, I thought that this person was okay. What even, like, what's going on Twitch? What's popular? What are the biggest streamers on Twitch doing? I wish I could, can I just browse live channels? No, let's go high to low. A landmark is literally #1 right now. Because the drops in Tarkov. Doesn't seem like there's anything really interesting going on. I was pushing 40 on Twitch with the True and wife. Oof. Nick can explain Candace Ovens to Francois Picard. That's 24. Yeah, man. I'm just like, I am tired of the conspiracy posting. I think we all are. What are we in the mood for? What are we in the mood for? Well, I think... Is Nick live yet? Nick live. Got some veal parm I want to eat. Not yet. This might be cool.
This is Alcatraz, the world's most famously secure prison. And today, I'm gonna try and escape. This does not feel good, but I'll be doing it in a very specific way, by recreating the exact same actions these 3 daring prisoners took. This is a tight squeeze. When they executed their year-long plan in what many consider to be the most ingenious...
Nick tweet. Is he saving us from slop content? Yeah, he is. Alright. He's going live. Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, I know, Mark Gruber. Kind of,
His prison escape in recorded history.
There was like some controversy with him, right? He like faked some stuff. I think with like a Tesla.
Technology, along with our own engineering skills, to determine once and for all whether these 3 escapees actually made it safely.
Good night, everybody. Anyway. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, of course. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. If I don't go live tomorrow, which I probably won't. I guess I'll see you guys on Friday. Hope you guys all have a delicious Thanksgiving. Hope you spend time with family. Hope everyone reminisces. Hope everyone reflects on what they're thankful for. It's always good to be thankful. No gaming stream tomorrow? Maybe. If I do, it'll be probably pretty late. So, we'll see. No promises. But if I do, it'll be late. But I will be live on Friday. I need a haircut, man. I'm getting one this weekend. Maybe I should go to Turkey and get double jaw surgery, right? Like titanium implants. Or if I come back and I just have like titanium butt cheeks. Nobody's penetrating these cheeks. Why stop? Why stop looks max? And we got the utility max too. Full on cyberpunk, right? Gotta get chromed up. What do you mean? What do you mean? Kumquat. I'm just free thinking right now. You've never seen a free thinker before? You gotta think outside the box. You guys are thinking in 2025. I'm thinking 2045. That's what I'm thinking about. Gotta prepare for the future. Replace my eyeballs with like laser beams for self-defense, of course. Robo eyes. Yeah, you know? Everyone's talking about like looks maxing in the face. They forgot about the ass. You gotta think about the utility, you know? You haven't thought about the utility. You gotta ask the right questions, Kumquat. You're not asking the right questions. A lot of gays running around steal butt cheeks as just protection. Yeah, you never know. Who's there? Not getting my cheeks. These cheeks are secure. Imagine. What if you get like wheels implanted in your legs? They can just like have like a built-in hoverboard, you know? You can just zoom everywhere. Like built-in, what are they called? Heelys? That'd be kind of cool. What type of utility you're gonna get with butt cheeks? Yeah, you gotta think about it. You have to think about it. You haven't thought about it enough. Back in time, mullet never left mellow. Yeah. Anyway, GNG and everyone, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I will catch you guys all maybe tomorrow, but if not, certainly Friday. Good night, everyone.